All right, you guys. Welcome to class. I do apologize for my tardiness. I went a bit late on my my last class, and it kind of pushed into this one here. But yes, this hour we're going to be talking about euthanasia. You can also call that doctor-assisted suicides. Okay, so when you get to the point where you don't want to live anymore, or you the pain is too great, or whatever it may be, we're talking about whether or not it's all right. Do we have the right to choose whether we live or die? Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We'll go over some vocabulary words, read a short article, and then also discuss some questions here. Okay, so that's going to be our purpose. Let's see who we have so far. Charbel, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Good. I'm
See you
doing
again.
great. Nice to see you again. Daniela, welcome back.
Bye. Hi.
Hi. Dua. Hi there, Dua. How are you? Okay, let's go to Marta. Marta, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, long time.
Yes. And Salwa, how are you, Salwa?
I'm fine, thanks.
Great. Nice to have you here. All right, let me try Dua one more time. Dua, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you?
Yes, I can. Very good. Nice to have you here.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. Action is in class. How are you, Action?
I'm fine, Chad. What about you?
I'm doing great. Good to see you.
Good to be in your class.
Great. Michael is here. How you doing, Michael?
Hi, I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. The link. Let me see here. Let me give you the link to the class. Okay, the link is should be in the chat box for you. If you are in the Google chat, I'll place it there for you as well. Okay, go ahead and open that up. And Diego, how are you, Diego? Welcome to class.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon to you as well.
Yes, very well.
All right. Okay, you guys, go ahead and open the link. When you do, this is what you'll see. All right, and we're going to start off on page number 1 and talk about the vocabulary here first off, okay? We've got, let's see, my computer's catching up with itself. Okay, so we've got 12 vocabulary words that I want to discuss. Okay, and then we'll go into our reading. Okay, first up, we'll start on the right-hand side this hour with Salwa, and what I would like for you to do is to read this word and tell me which definition here matches with what this word is. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I can't say.
Okay. Did you open up the link on your own page?
Yes, I did, but I don't know what the problem. I can't say anything.
Okay. Try and refresh it. Can you see on my screen, or is it too small for you?
Yeah, I see.
Okay. Go ahead and try and read it on my screen as well. Okay.
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 First one, degenerative.
Okay, that would be degenerative.
Degenerative. Okay.
Just like that. Very good. Okay, and what do you believe the word degenerative would mean?
Okay, I don't know, but I'll try.
Okay, let me use it in a sentence, okay? So since
Okay.
I was 10 years old, I found out that I have degenerative heart disease. Okay, which means that someday in the future, when I'm young, okay, my heart will give out on me, but it will take a long time for that to happen. Okay, so it's not quick. It would be more of a gradual thing.
Okay, it's having an illness that will lead to death.
Okay, um, this means something else. Okay, so a degenerative disease may lead to death. It may lead to something else, but what degenerative means is that it is causing gradual weakness or loss of use.
Okay.
Okay, degenerative means that over time we lose the power to use something. Okay, or okay, it's a gradual like a weakness. Okay, you may have a degenerative eye disease, which means that right now you can see, but in the future you may not be able to see.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense, Salva?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay, great. Let's go to Michael, number 2, please.
Life sentence. It's a diagnosis that means you are going to die, used in law to refer to capital punishment.
Yeah, so a life sentence. Okay, cancer. Well, not most, but there are some forms of cancer that would be considered a life sentence. Okay, there are other diseases or illnesses that we do not have a cure for, like AIDS, for example. We do not have a cure for AIDS. All right, that would be a life sentence. At some point, you will die. Okay, number 3. Number 3 is for Marta.
Assisted suicide, taking one's own life with the help of another person.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so E, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so taking someone's own life with the help of another person. Assisted suicide. Okay, very good. Number 4. Number 4 is for Dua. Dua, number 4, please. Okay, how about Diego? How you doing, Diego?
Okay.
Number 4, please.
Terminally ill. Terminally ill.
Terminally, with the stress
Terminally
at the
ill.
beginning. Yeah, terminally ill.
Terminally ill. It's, I think, is J.
J, to determine what illness one has. Not quite. Okay, so
Oh, okay. Excuse me. D. Having an illness that will lead to death.
yes. Okay, so being terminally ill, okay, is like having a life sentence.
Yes.
Okay, you will die. It is an illness that you will be dying of or dying from. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Very good. Thank you. Number 5. This is for Daniela.
For I, and it is a person from different country.
A foreigner. Okay, that word is foreigner. Good. Yes. So a person from a different country. Okay. Excellent. All right. Number 6. Number 6 is for Charbel.
I'm not really sure, but the letter F, to be eligible to take part in or another receive something.
Yes, so the word is qualify, and our answer here would be F. To be eligible to take part in or to receive something, okay? So let's say you are on a waiting list to receive a new heart, okay? All right, and or you are trying to get on the waiting list. So once you're able to be on there, they would say that you qualify to be on the waiting list for a new heart or a new set of lungs. Okay. We also use this word when applying for a mortgage and getting the ability to get a mortgage. Okay. They say that you qualify to buy a house. Okay. You are able to do so. You are eligible to take part in or receive something. Okay. So that is qualify. Okay, let's go to number 7. This is for action.
Conductor.
Good. A conductor.
Conductor. So
This is kind of an odd word to have in here, but I'm sure it has to do with the story we are about to read.
maybe a person who leads an orchestra.
Yeah, very good. That's why I say it's an odd word to have in here. It's like we're talking about death and illness, and then a conductor, a person that leads an orchestra. It just comes out of nowhere. Yeah, so a conductor class is a person who leads an orchestra. Okay, excellent. Let's go back to the top with Salwa. Salwa, number 8, please.
Okay. Diagonist. Am I right?
Okay, that would be diagnose.
Diagnose. Okay.
Good. Okay, and what would be to diagnose? Would you like me to use it in a sentence?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So I went to the doctor yesterday because my lung, okay, or let's see, my head. I'll use my head because my head was hurting me, and it had been hurting me for the past month. I would take medicine, but the pain would not go away. When I went to the doctors yesterday, the doctor ran some tests and took some pictures of my brain, and he diagnosed me with a brain tumor.
Okay, so diagnose will be to determine what illness one has.
Yeah, there you go. Good job. Okay, so determine what illness one has to diagnose. Okay, very good job, Salwa. Very good. Okay, let's go to number 9. This is for Michael.
Legality. A requirement or indication related to a formal law.
All right, so yes, a requirement or indication related to formal law. Okay, so is something legal? What is the legality of the procedure you are going to do? Okay, legality. Okay, is this legal? Okay, number 10. Number 10 is for Marta.
Okay. Pressure.
Okay. Would you like me to use the word pressure in a sentence?
Blood pressure. Yes.
That's one way of using the word pressure, but the definition that they are looking for here.
Okay, so to convince a person to do something they may not want to do.
Yes. Okay, very good. So, to pressure someone. Okay, let's say Marta, and we can use this not only in medical terms, but in other terms. Okay, let's say Marta, you and I, we're hanging out. Okay, you and I, we're good friends, and we're sitting down, we're having a cup of coffee, and I say, Marta, what do you want to do today? And she says, I don't know. I think I just want to go home and relax. let's go see a movie. And you say, no, it's my stomach hurts me a little bit, and I just want to go home and relax a little bit and stay at home. I was like, oh, come on, Martha. You know you want to go. Here, I'll pay for you. I'll pay for you to go to the movie with me. Just come and hang out. And you say, I really don't want to. I said, come on. You'll enjoy it. You'll love it. I'll get you some popcorn and soda. And you say, but it's not going to be good for my stomach. Oh, come on. You'll enjoy it. Okay? So I'm pressuring you. All right? I'm pressuring you.
Persuading.
Yeah. Persuading, okay?
Persuading, yeah.
Pressurizing someone, okay? I'm convincing you to try and do something. How? By paying for your ticket to the movies, by buying you popcorn and soda, right? Okay, things like that. That would be to convince, okay? To convince or to pressure someone.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Excellent
Sure,
explanation.
no problem. No problem. And one day we may go to the movies. I may take you to the movies, Martha.
Okay.
All right, let's go to number 11. This is for Diego.
Okay. Dignity. Okay, dignity is the K. The state of being worthy, a sense of honor.
Okay, yeah, the state of being worthy, a sense of honor. Okay, dignity. So someone here might say, I want to die with some dignity. Okay, I don't want to die with, tubes coming out of my body and all sorts of things like that. I want to die how I want to die. Okay, with a sense of worth or something like that. Okay, we can also use dignity when maybe when you tell the truth about something. Okay, so it's being dignified. Okay, showing dignity. Okay, and number 12, our last one here. Number 12. This is for Daniela.
A company is a to go with someone or something.
Let's see. To go. Where was that one at? Oh, A. Yeah, very first one. Okay, so to go with someone or something. A company. Yeah, let me accompany you to the movies. I'll go with you to the movies. Okay, awesome. Okay, any questions, you guys, about our vocabulary words here?
No.
All right, fabulous. Let's scroll down. Okay, and we have one, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 paragraphs here, okay, about the right to die or euthanasia or assisted suicides, okay? Let's start with Charbel.
Yes?
Charbel, let me have you read paragraph 1, okay?
Okay. In April of 2030, a Canadian woman said goodbye to her friends and family and flew to Switzerland to die. The 72-year-old woman had been suffering from a degenerative disease. Susan Griffiths felt her terminal illness was a life sentence. Before she went to Zurich to die, Griffiths asked the Canadian government to change the laws about doctor-assisted suicide. Like many other terminally ill patients, Griffiths would have preferred to die at home.
All right, fabulous. Paragraph number 2. This is for action. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, sure. Why do terminally ill people often go to Switzerland to end their lives? There's an organization there that provides assisted suicide to foreigners. You don't even have to be terminally ill to qualify for assisted suicide at this clinic. An English conductor proved in 2009. Sir Edward Thomas Downes was almost blind and deaf, and he relied heavily on his wife to care for him. When his wife was diagnosed with terminal cancer, he decided to go with her to the clinic in Switzerland so they could die together.
Okay, very interesting. Number 3. This is for Salwa.
Okay. Some family members go with their dying loved ones to say their final goodbyes at the clinic. Others worry they will face legal charges just by traveling with them. Doctors are concerned about legality. Too many don't want assisted um I can't pronounce that.
Suicide?
Suicide, yeah.
Mhm.
Suicide to be legal. They fear that if assisted suicide is legalized, disturbed, or illiterally, people may be pressured to end their lives early.
Okay, valid point. Valid point. Okay, number four. Number four is for Michael.
Is dying with dignity a human right? Jackie McCock, a British citizen who suffered terribly from pain, reminded her daughter that people often put pets out of their misery. If I were a dog, you would put me down. Why can't I have that dignity? McCock's daughter agreed with her mother and accompanied her to Switzerland.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you, you guys. Let's talk about this. I want to go around and find out what your opinions are about assisted suicide. We have 2 points here that are brought up. Number one, the people that don't want to legalize assisted suicide fear that some elderly, okay, so the older generation or someone that is sick may be pressured into ending their lives early, okay, if they don't want to, right? And then the others, okay, are, well, if it's my own decision, I should be able to do that to die with dignity. Okay, so I want to get your opinions of where you stand on it, and we'll talk about this a little bit. Okay, so let's start off with Marta. Marta, what's your opinion about this article that we read?
I think that terminal ill people have the right to decide of their own lives. So I think that every country should legalize euthanasia. That's my opinion.
Okay, all right, thank you. Diego, what's your opinion?
Okay, my opinion is when a person has a degenerative disease, uh, minimal, the doctors may be given to give have to give assisted suicide. Yes.
Okay, so if they have a terminal illness, okay,
Yes.
you believe that the doctors, if the patient requests it, to give to help them with a assisted suicide. Okay,
Yes.
Daniela, what's your opinion?
I agree with Euthanasia, and I think the best problem to become legal this activity is religious minds, because I'm from Italy, and in my country, for example, the Catholic Church is against this practice, because it is against God rules. But I'm atheist, so I think my body is mine, so nobody uh, uh, has to force me, or has to pressure me about my illness. Uh, only I can decide about myself.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Thank you. Let's go to Charbel. What is your opinion?
I agree with Dan, but I would have a suggestion about this because I am concerned about the condition of the mind, the situation of the people in the moment of decide to have this decision. I think this could be accompanied for psychologist, yes,
Psychologist. Okay.
psychologist. And if you have the right idea to decide about this, if the psychologist prescribe a receipt or accepted or agree with your decision that uh, you are right about your decision without any pressure, I think this could be a good idea.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to Action. Action. What is your opinion?
So I think that if a man have a degenerative disease, so he has a right, to end his life.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Let's go to Salwa. Salwa, what is your opinion?
Okay, I think I disagree with them. I feel that I'll give him or her the hope to he will live and he will recover, and they can't help him to end his life. That's my opinion.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you. Let's go to Michael. Michael, what's your opinion?
So my opinion is next. I think it's a bad idea to practice this assisted suicide. Because why? Because people can be pressured, and you never know if they are pressured by some relatives or by some third parties people. I mean, maybe some suspicious people. Maybe they are pressured to take their money or something else, or some moments maybe, and all documents may be how we can say fabricated when they are not fake.
Falsified.
Yeah, falsified. So this assisted suicide may be based on something wrong, on wrong information. This is first. And second, if let's say that person wants to die, yeah, he's what he decides in that moment. It's not very well. He doesn't think very well. I mean, he's ill, so his mind do not think clearly, and this decision is not something that he would do in normal conditions. So it's kind of how can I say decision that is not. What is decision? What kind of decision? It's not.
It's a decision, I guess, not to take lightly.
Yeah, lightly. It's not lightly, because when you are ill with you have a problem, problem, yeah, with head. You're ill with body. When you have a problem with body, you have problem with head. So vice versa. So your decision is not okay. So and also a third moment that maybe some person that are ill now today, yeah, they are very very ill. Maybe after 1 year, next year they would can be treated. Yeah, you never know about that. Maybe today you cannot offer quality treatment for that person, but maybe after 1 year will something will invent that will put that people on the foot. Yeah, they would be.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So something may happen afterwards, and they may be able to find something that would cure them.
Yeah,
okay.
Exists a chance. So we shouldn't take this chance from sick people. We should give this chance, definitely.
Okay. All right. How about Dua? Dua, is your microphone working okay? Not so much. Okay, very good. Yeah, so we have some different opinions here of assisted suicide. Okay, very good. Let's go down here and. Okay, we're going to take a look here at number 1.
Sorry, Chad, what is your opinion? You
my opinion?
didn't share it with us.
Oh, I can share that with you.
Okay.
My opinion's a little difficult on here because I value life. I can agree with both sides. I can agree with at a time when if someone is so miserable and they're so tired of fighting, okay, that they want to give up. I would agree with being able to refuse medical care. But actually to going to a place to saying, all right, stick a needle in me, I'm done, right? Doing that, I would have a hard time. I would have a hard time doing. But if someone wants to refuse medical care, I don't know. I guess there's a thin line that's it's drawn between that, and it's mainly because of the respect of life that I have. I can agree with you, Michael, on one point where. Are they in their right mind? I don't think so. Not all the time. Sometimes they may be. Sometimes the illness may not affect their brain very much, and they could be thinking, in their right mind, and this is what they want to do, right? And then also, I do believe people. People in all races, all places, all over the world, they would pressure someone to kill themselves, to end it quickly for money, hands down. Once the money gets involved, okay, they're like, oh yeah, so have you thought about this? And it'll be great because all they're looking at is dollar signs on the other side. Okay, and that happens, unfortunately, not all the time, but it does happen. So it would be a difficult one. I definitely feel empathy for the people who are in that type of situation where they just want the pain and the suffering to end. And with that, I don't think like if the person wants to live, great, do everything that you can. Give them medications or whatnot to help them live longer. Okay. But if the person says, hey, you know what, I'm done fighting, I just refuse medical treatment, it's okay, I'll sign whatever document you want, and then they can die a natural death. I think I would be okay with that. Okay, if they're over with it. But again, going to a place, to specifically ask for your death, that's a hard one for me to swallow. But,
too much.
Yeah.
I have a question for
Sure.
everybody. If you have a very terrible terminal cancer or other illness, do you prefer stay alive for 1 month with a lot of pain, or do you prefer live only 1 day but die with like a sleep? I prefer sleep for one because it's better to alive 1 or 2 months with a lot of pain. It's not a question about money. It's a question about my pain, my body.
Sure. Yeah.
I have a question.
Personally, I would fight. I would fight it out.
How do you know that you remain to live only 1 month? Maybe you have 1 year to live. How do you know that? Maybe 2 years, maybe 5.
If every doctor say you have only 1 month, because you have to die. You have to die because never it's possible to do about your illness.
But doctors maybe were wrong.
Yeah.
They may do mistakes, wrong, doctor. They're not professional sometimes, You go to a doctor, but he say one, but you go to another doctor, he may say something else. And
Sense is the most beautiful things in our planet. Sense is very good. But if you have a cancer in your brain, it's impossible to have a surgery. You have to die. It's definitely it's not impossible to remove this.
Well, and that's true. All I'm saying is for myself, I would choose to fight it out. If you want to do that, see, that's the thing. If you want to do that for yourself, I would have no problem doing that for you. The problem that I have is when I start paying for it. Okay, so if like in right now in the United States, we are now trying this thing of universal health care, and that's where everyone pitches in, and we pay and we help out. I have a problem when I start paying for something, okay, that I don't necessarily agree with. If you want to do that, that's your choice, and I respect that. I respect your choice. Okay, have at it. Have at it. Okay, and that's where I think some of us may sit. It's kind of this funny area, okay, where some people really feel strongly about it. It's like, if you want to do it, great, that's you. Personally, I would probably fight it out, but I don't know. I don't know. I may get to the point where I'm like, oh, end it right now. I'm done. I'm done. I don't want this anymore. Right? I may get to that point. I don't know. But right now, thinking about it, okay, I would probably fight it out. But that's just me. If that's what you want to do, that's great. That's your opinion. But again, I have a problem when I have to start paying for it. It's the same thing with if you talk about health care for people, okay? And then I start paying for people who decided to smoke since they were 13 years old and now they've got cancer. All right? It's like, you chose to do it. Why do I have to pay for it? Okay, where's the fairness there? So anyway, that's kind of where I see things that way. But very cool. Let's check out some other questions here. Very very valid points though, I think, from everybody. Let's go here to. All right, so this is for, I believe we're on Marta. Marta, number one, okay, it says, should doctors be allowed to help terminally ill patients die? Should they be expected to do this? Okay, so can a doctor elect to do it or not? What do you think?
Um, I think that as you were saying, someone was saying before, that there might be a twofold possibility. I mean, that the doctor might be interested in money, so in this case, doctors shouldn't be allowed. But generally, if they are in faith, I mean, if they are um, if they are acting for the right cause, they should be allowed, because I generally agree with the practice of euthanasia, although I feel empathy for the terminally ill patients as well.
Sure. Okay. All right. And what should a doctor be able to choose whether or not? Because if let's say a patient says, this is what I want to do. Let's say it's legal. Okay, it's legal, and the person says, this is what I want to do. Should a doctor have the choice whether or not they are going to follow through with it? Okay, they could say, I understand that's your choice, but would you be okay with the doctor saying, but I'm not going to do that. You can select another doctor to do so. Would you be okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think that everyone has his own conscience. So,
Conscious,
and
yeah.
yes, and doctors.
Okay.
Doctors, yeah.
Okay, I would agree with that. All right. Okay, very good. Let's go to Khan. Khan, how are you? Khan, can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Hi there.
yes,
Okay.
I hear.
Khan, the same question for you. Same question, okay? Should doctors be allowed to help terminally ill patients die? Should they be expected to do this?
Yes, I'm thinking. But you so uh, can you explain the question?
Okay.
Yes.
This means should doctors be allowed, or should they be able to help someone die when they are terminally ill? It means that they are definitely going to die. Should they be able to do so? If so, should they at least be able to choose whether or not they are going to do it?
Yes. In fact, I will have someone. It's difficult to answer. Mm, I will answer later. Or
Okay. All right. That's
okay.
fine. That's fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go to Diego. Diego, let's go to number 2 here. Okay. Why is assisted suicide a crime in some countries, but suicide is not?
Why is assisted suicide a crime in some countries? Suicide is not. I don't understand this question.
Okay. So if I go to you and I say, Diego, I feel I have a terminal illness and I'm going to die. Will you help me end my life? And you, Diego, being my friend, you come over and you help me take a certain amount of pills or whatever, and I die. Okay. In some countries, you would be prosecuted for murder. Okay. For
Yes.
helping me die. But if I was to call you up and say, Diego, I'm going to be killing myself, I'm going to take these pills, and I commit suicide, why would suicide not be a crime? Have you thought about that before, Diego?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Have you thought about that before? Why is assisted suicide a crime, but suicide is not a crime?
Mm, excuse me. Because the politics is different in some countries because the right to die is to is to die with dignity.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
and
That'd be fine. That'd be fine.
uh,
Okay. How about Daniela? What do you think about that? Have you thought about that before? It's very interesting. Why is assisted suicide a crime and suicide not a crime?
Yes, in my country, assisted suicide is a crime because there aren't a rule about it. But also, suicide is not totally accepted because in my country, if you decided to suicide, you could haven't a Catholic right to funeral
Uh-huh.
because for a Catholic religion is a crime yet. So the suicide is possible because I can defend myself, but in fact is illegal for the Italian rules and it's also more for Catholic rules.
Okay. So in Italy, in Malta, does Malta I know is not part of Italy, but does it have the same type of laws that
Yes,
Italy follows?
I don't know. I don't know about law, but it's Catholic, so
Okay.
it's the same about moral. But I don't know exactly about law.
Okay. All right. So there, both of them are. So assisted suicide is a crime, but if you commit suicide, it's not looked upon. It's not looked at as a crime, but you cannot have a Catholic funeral. Is that right?
Yes, suicide is not a crime, but if you are Catholic, you
Uh-huh.
don't have a funeral at church.
Okay, gotcha.
Because suicide is I don't know I check the West
They
is a West in a Catholic I don't know exactly is pity is a pity I don't know
okay,
exactly for a Catholic religion
okay,
I
okay,
don't know exactly the expression in English is a
okay.
pity something like that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Uh,
Interesting.
let,
Interesting.
let let me share why I think because if you do suicide, police do not have who arrest, who
Exactly.
investigate who is killer, who is not killer. But when you do assisted suicide, here is your who helped you with this. So
Okay.
it's okay.
Now, what about money changing hands? Okay, the reason why I asked this as well is because my brother-in-law, married to my sister, my brother-in-law, he committed suicide about 3 or 4 years ago. Okay, he committed suicide, right? Well, he had a life insurance policy, okay, that was very large, and after a certain amount of time, okay, even though he committed suicide, they still paid out on that, and they were able to give money to my sister and provide for the children. And so I was thinking about that right when I read this question. I thought, wow, what if it was considered more of a crime even doing so? All right. And so taking your life just wasn't good all around. Would they have been able to do that? Because in some cases, we buy life insurance so that if something happens to us, there's money left for the family to take care of them. And so I was thinking, okay, well, if it is illegal, okay, suicide, okay, yes, there's no one to go arrest or anything like that because the person's dead, right? But what about changing property, changing other types of things? I don't know, maybe interesting, but it is a very interesting question. Why is assisted suicide a crime and suicide not a crime? Anyway, all right, let's go to our next question. This will be for Charbel.
Hi.
Hi there.
Dying,
And this is number 3. Go ahead and read that.
okay. Dying is an expensive business. Is it wrong for clinics to profit from helping people in their own lives? Uh, I don't think so because this could be a medical act, and for this you must be sure to help the people to die without pain.
Okay.
And for this, I think this is a normal medical act. I think this.
Okay. But is it okay for them to profit? Okay.
I agree. I agree.
Okay. You agree? All right. Okay. Let's go to action.
Yes, sir.
Action. Same question. Dying is an expensive business. Is it wrong for clinics to to profit from helping people end their own lives?
Yeah, that's possible, I think.
Okay. You think it's possible, it's okay for them to profit there, right?
No, it's not okay for them to profit, but I think that they, they, yeah, they are profiting from this type of things. But it's not okay. There is some wrongs there, but I don't know. I don't know what exactly is that. But I think that they profit from it.
Okay. That they are profiting, but you don't agree with them profiting. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's not ethical true, I think.
Okay. All right. No problem. All right. Thank you very much. Let's go to Salwa.
Yeah.
Salwa, topic number 1 here, okay? So this topic says, legalizing doctor-assisted suicide puts disabled and elderly people at risk, okay? Now, do you agree with this statement, or do you disagree with the statement, and why?
Okay.
Do you agree with the statement, Salwa, or do you disagree with the statement? Legalizing doctor-assisted suicide puts disabled and elderly people at risk.
Okay. Really, I think I can't understand the statement totally. Um, but um, but I think if the disabled people and the elderly people who wants this doctor to help them, so there is no problem in that.
Okay. All
I
right.
think people themselves, elderly and disabled people who put themselves in risk, not doctors.
Okay. It's so it's themselves that put it's the elderly people and the disabled people that put themselves at risk, and not the doctors. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. Now, does anybody have another opinion about this topic before we end? We're out of time right now, but I want to allow for one last comment. Anybody want to mention an idea about legalizing doctor-assisted suicide puts disabled and elderly people at risk?
The possibility.
What's that, Daniela?
It's a possibility, yes.
Okay, it's a possibility. Okay, I think so, and it's mainly for money. Okay, once someone finds out how much money someone's worth, and if they are gone, then they will get some of that money. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that would suggest a doctor-assisted suicide.
But
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. Okay.
All right, great, you guys. Thank you for coming to class this hour. It was a good discussion. I liked talking to you guys. You guys are doing well with your English, and I could understand your ideas. Okay, excellent job. Thank you. I'm going to take a break for a couple hours and then be back for my my one afternoon class. And I hope you guys can make it. We'll see ya. Take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.